Hello students, welcome to the chapter 7 tutorial. So for this tutorial, I am not going to actually read it aloud to you. I'm just going to quickly kind of go over the answers of the actual tutorial part, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to go ahead and move forward. The reading is Generation Stress, the Mental Health Crisis on Campus. And it's a fairly easy to read article, so I don't think you really need me to read along. If you want to have it read to you, go ahead and go to the readings. You should be able to find it. It should say actually where it is. It's actually don't see it. But it's going to be at why and who cares. I don't know. It should be within the readings if you need it. Okay. So let me go ahead. Oh, I'm supposed to highlight. Let me just go ahead and highlight something so we can move forward. You should definitely do the highlights correctly. Okay, so this says, the passages below are summaries of Burwell's essay. Read each and select the one that most accurately summarizes both Burwell's stance, her I say, and the point of view she's responding to, the they say. So we have this longer one in Generation Stress, the Mental Health Crisis on Campus. Sylvia Matthews Burwell argues that for reasons ranging from concern about their safety to tuition, the economy, and social media, today's college students are experiencing higher rates of anxiety and depression than their predecessors. Already, I'm pretty inclined to go with this because it does say tuition, economy, and social media, and those are the three main ideas that she covers. And let's go ahead and go down before we do. In her article, Generation Stress, Sylvia Matthews Burwell argues that parents and universities should work harder to help students avoid stress during college. Not really, because she's not saying that we need to avoid stress completely. In Generation Stress, Sylvia Matthews Burwell disagrees with those who say that college has always been stressful. She argues that attending college used to be fun, stress-free experience. She does not say that. Okay, so we're pretty sure that that is that one. Let's go ahead. Yeah, this is an excellent summary, right? It's pretty accurate. It's going to look at both sides, etc. It's important to explicitly identify a person or group who cares about your claims to help readers see the relevance of what you're saying. Read the passages from Burwell's essay and identify the ones in which she states who cares. Okay, so who cares here? Let's see. But no matter what, universities need to deal with this uptick in psychological distress. No longer can they consider students' mental health to be outside their area of responsibility. This is sort of like who doesn't care, right? Let's see if this says. No, it says no? Okay, let's try again here. I guess that is who cares. I guess she says makes it clear that it's time for the universities to address the problem. I would argue with that in that it says that they aren't caring, but she's saying that they need to care. So it's saying that they should care. But, all right. Students' mental health is a growing concern. And when the health is poor, or when that health is poor, it can inhibit the core mission of learning. To address the issue, universities must raise awareness of the problem through education inside and outside of the academy. Should I go with they don't care or they should care? Who cares? I'm going to go with that they didn't care. Okay, no. Okay, so they aren't thinking of it that way. They're thinking of it that the university should care, so that's why we should. Other fears are rooted in economics. A college education is essential to social mobility, but tuition at both public and private universities continues to rise. I think that doesn't care. Yeah. Students' concern about safety stems from different sources. Most undergraduates have no memory of a world before 9/11. They have grown up with bag searches on the subway, SWAT teams at stadiums, and body scanners at airports. Constant visual reminders that the United States was attacked and could be again. Doesn't answer. Yeah, I don't really think that answers who cares. Oh, I guess I kind of read that wrong. This says doesn't answer who cares. Okay, well, that's all right. Let's see. In addition to indicating clearly to your readers who has a stake in your claims, it is also important to explain why your argument matters. Which of the following statements accurately describes how Burwell shows her argument matters? Okay, so what? Burwell shows that her argument matters by highlighting increasing incidences of symptoms of depression, anxiety, and suicide among college students. Okay. Burwell shows that her argument matters by explaining that the mental health crisis among college students threatens the core mission of the university to promote learning, since learning is inhibited when mental health is poor. Burwell shows that her argument is important by explaining the relationship between modern parenting habits and student stress levels. No, that's not at all. Burwell shows that her argument is important by highlighting her own experiences as the president of the American University. No, absolutely not. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that these two, right? Go, and it actually goes back and we'll tell you where you can find those in the text, okay? While Burwell does address so what, who cares in her article, she does so briefly. Which of the following statements, written using templates from They Say, I Say, would make the relevance and importance of Burwell's argument even more explicit? The mental health of college students matters. It is important. If left unaddressed by universities, the rates of anxiety, depression, and suicide will continue to rise. I'm going to go with yeah. I like that. But who really cares if college students are stressed out? They're young and healthy. They can handle it. As it happens, we all should care, and universities should take action because stress inhibits learning, and the future of our society is at stake if our college students aren't learning. Maybe. So is that really... I don't know if it's the most effective, but I think they probably mean that it is effective. Ultimately, what is at stake here is the safety of college students on campus. Stricter gun laws need to be passed to protect students from mass shootings. That's not really her point, so we're going to say not that one. I agree that stress is a normal part of the college experience. As president, no, not the point. Okay, they made this one a little bit too easy, and there we go. Okay. And question number 5. Based on what you've learned about saying why your argument matters, complete the following passage so that it offers sound advice. You should or shouldn't always make clear for your readers what is at stake in your text and why they should care. Well, you should, right? You should or shouldn't just leave out so what. Why you shouldn't just leave out, I think, right? Yeah. So what, who cares? Explanations. Even if you're proposing something obviously consequential, right? Even if it's super obvious, you should spell out why your argument matters. So please, yeah, absolutely. Finally, if you're writing for an audience you can safely assume is already interested in your topic, you should or shouldn't avoid naming explicitly who should care about your claim. I think they mean shouldn't, but yeah. I think it's always still pretty good to continue. And so here's the little paragraph. Says choose an issue related to Burwell's argument, how stress is perceived by college students, how mental health issues, etc. Let's see, to focus on in your response below. Take a stance in your 2 to 3 paragraph argument. You do not need to have to write a 2 to 3 paragraph argument. That is fine with me. You can just go ahead and stick one of the templates or something in there and continue. That's fine. Okay, because I'm not going to go back and look at those. With that, thank you very much for joining me. That is the tutorial, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you again in chapter 8.